Hello, how's everybody doing out there? This is Shafe with Schaefer TV, coming at you with a good video today. Nice short video, nothing too crazy. Just some news about United's plan for a 12-man clear-out and 6 transfer targets that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has on his mind. But before we get started on the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Post it on your socials. Do whatever you got to do. Get me some more people in here. I want as many people as I can to hear my thoughts, to hear my opinions, and to hear me read some of the news for you guys today. All right, let's get into it. So United are planning a 12-man clear out. Let's just go ahead and get right into that. Says as many as 12 men can be cleared out this summer. But let's start with the defense. United are looking to get rid of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Rafael Varane, Victor Lindelof, and Harry Maguire. Now, okay, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I feel like probably has a place on this team. If not as an everyday player, he definitely has a role as a substitute for sure. Okay, Rafael Varane, we got to get rid of the wages. Victor Lindelof just signed a new 1-year deal with us, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. And also Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire has played well for us. Yes, his wages is a little high, but he's played quite well for us. So, if we get rid of Varane, and let's say we get rid of Victor Lindelof, well, our center backs is going to be just Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire. So we're going to need to bring in at least another 2. Unless we get rid of Harry Maguire, then we're going to have to bring in 3 or 4. So I don't think it's a great idea to get rid of all of our center backs. It's kind of a stupid thing to do. You got to do this, little by little, guys. In the midfield, it says that they're looking to offload Casemiro. And then it talks a little bit of crap about the player, saying that he's a shadow of the player he was, but okay, it has nothing to do with the tactics or anything like that. And also Christian Eriksen, who I believe his contract is up at the end of next season, so I think they're going to jettison him 1 year early. Sofyan Amrabat's loan deal will be up, so he's just going to go back to Fiorentina. On the wings, they're ready to cut their losses on £85 million flop Antony, while homegrown star Marcus Rashford will be sold for the right price. Jadon Sancho is also up for sale, while Anthony Martial is out of contract this summer, and he's going to leave. Okay, Martial, Sancho, Rashford, and Antony. You know what? I'm for all of those guys getting out of the club. Maybe Sancho. I really would like to see what he would be like under a solid manager. However, I'm for those guys getting out of the club. Okay, understand. Totally agree. Bye. I don't think we're going to get our money back for hardly any of them, except for Rashford. That's just profit. But, yeah, I mean, we got to work with what we got. I mean, selling Anthony for like 30 or 40 million is what we're gonna have to do right now. We can't make 85 million off him. It's just a bad deal. Ten Hag led us into this bad deal, and we're gonna have to deal with it. But besides that, the other thing I gotta say is another player that I think we need to get off the books is McTominay. McTominay, he's only making 60,000 a week, which is not so bad, but McTominay needs to go. He's a scapegoat player for every single manager, and without him on the team, managers wouldn't be able to get scapegoated by the late goals that he scores, ridiculous late goals. So we need McTominay out of the club as well. It says the team's spine is going to include Andre Onana, Lisandro Martinez, Kobe Mainu, Bruno Fernandes, and Rasmus Højlund will all remain. Luke Shaw, Dalot, Garnacho, and young defender Willie Kawambala and Mason Mount are also going to be have futures at the club, but they're not going to be necessarily the spine. Even though I think Dalot and Garnacho should have solidified their places on this team. I guess not. With that being said, there's a couple of players that they're looking to bring in, a couple of targets. The first target being Everton's defender Jared Braithwaite. Now, I think Jared Braithwaite is a big lad. I think he's strong. He's physical. He's quick enough. He's okay on the ball. He's a young lad. I think he's only 19 or 20, so it's not a bad person to be looking at. He hasn't necessarily impressed me very much this year. But with that being said, nobody on United has really impressed me either. So, I mean, it is what it is. And they're also looking at the Bayer Leverkusen defensive duo of Tapsoba and Jeremy Frimpong. Now, I can tell you right now, these boys from Bayern, they're probably going to be playing in the Europa League final this year. They just won the Bundesliga. They're probably going to win the Deutsche Polka, or whatever the hell it's called, okay, the German Cup. I don't see any reason why they would come to United. We're going to play 6th, 7th, or 8th. We're not going to play in Champions League. We're going to play in Europa League or Europa Conference League. I don't see any reason why they'd come. You could say for the money, but the thing is that United are trying to lower salaries, and they're not just going to offer 150, 200,000 to these two players. And we already have a right back. His name is Delo. It's not like you're getting much more with Frimpong. You're just going to get pace. That's it. It's literally just pace. So I don't think that those two lads are coming. I could be wrong, but if I was them and I'm about to play in Champions League and I got Xabi Alonso as my manager and we got a chance at winning the Champions League, I'm not going to United. No way. Also, Wolves midfielder João Gomez and his teammate winger Pedro Neto. Now, if I'm both of those players, I'm signing the contract. Wolves a couple years ago looked like they were going to be an up-and-coming team. They're like a Portuguese B-side. And I thought that they would be a lot better than they have this year. Now, however, that has nothing to do with João Gomez or Pedro Neto. Both of them have been solid players this season. With that being said, I guess we could stick Neto on the right wing. Well, Garnacho or Neto, really. And then João Gomez, he would slide right in as a workhorse defensive, well, not necessarily defensive midfielder, but he'd be a box-to-box midfielder with us. I think him paired with Bruno and Mainu would probably be a solid 3 in the midfield. So I'm not too mad at that shout-out. Also, it says Borussia Dortmund forward Daniel Malen. Yeah, we don't need that guy. Look. Borussia Dortmund is in the semifinals of the Champions League. Borussia Dortmund's going to play in the Champions League next year. Borussia Dortmund's probably going to sign this guy to an extension or a different contract because he's played quite well this year. I don't know why he would want to go to United. He's not going to get offered the 200, 250 that everybody thinks United's going to offer. This is a new structure. They're going to start players off with very reasonably priced salaries, okay? So I don't think that that's going to work. And to be honest with you, Daniel Martin is like one of the most in-and-out players I've ever seen on Dortmund. So I don't know if I want him at the club doing the same thing that Rashford's doing. So that's what I got so far for the news on the Deadwood that we're supposed to be getting rid of, and some of the targets that we have. Now, do I think that all of those are realistic targets? Yes, with the exception of the Frimpong and the Tapsoba. I think that we're better off going for, what is that guy? The Todibo over there in the French League. I think we're better off going for him. With that being said, I'm not mad about any of the targets. I just don't think that the Leverkusen boys are going to be on their way to United. United, who are going to finish 7th or 8th this year and probably place in the Conference League, while Bayer Leverkusen are going to play in the Champions League next year. It just makes absolutely no sense. Also, Daniel Marin, I don't think that he's going to come as well. But, I've been proven wrong once or twice in my life, so we'll see how it goes. All right, that's been some of the news, some of the transfer news about the Deadwood and some of the targets that we have, or at least the ones that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has. I think I'm going to be coming at you in a little bit with a little video about Ten Hag and who I think should replace him. But thanks for watching, guys. You guys have a good day, and I'll hit you guys up on the next one. See you guys later.